So, like I told you, I was in the Army, and basically, you meet a lot of people while you're in a different state or going to a different country, things like that. And actually, I managed to meet a transgender person. I was really kind of shocked, by their mentality and all that stuff. It's not really my thing, whatever. But kind of got to know him. I guess you could say he was a friend of a friend, and you know, he was actually quite interesting because he told me that his only aspirations in life were to eat, drink, and be merry. um, there's this other time there's actually a guy in my unit, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to come to our like group meeting thing?" And I said, "Well, what exactly are you talking about?" And he said, "Well, it's kind of like a bad word for his cult." I was thinking to myself, am I scared, or is it just this guy being over dramatic? He said, "Oh, we just like to hang out and meet new people and do cool stuff. Kind of, I guess you could say it's kind of like a clique or a fraternity kind of deal or whatever." And I said, "All right, whatever." So I went to go and check it out. On the drive over there, he tells me, "Hey man, don't get freaked out, but we're kind of cannibalistic." And I was like, "Hey man, that's not cool." He's like, "But look, it's not what you think. Just come inside and I'll explain everything to you." I was like, "Whatever. I don't want to offend the guy. I don't want to make him upset, so I just go inside." And we get inside, and he says, "Look, we don't get innocent people off the street. We get specific meals for specific reasons." I can't remember the whole thing. And I walk in, and the first thing I see are these two guys eating the clown. And one guy looks at the other guy and says, "Does he taste funny to you?" Um, so yeah, after that, it freaked me out. I'd seen some crazy stuff in the Army, but not like that. So I ended up going to therapy. Um, I guess you could say I was in a home for a while, whatever. And one day, the head doctor, Dr. Sherful, I'll always remember his name. He comes up to me and he tells me, "Hey, go take this these pills to, Jim and John. Jim and John were notorious for being best friends, and blah blah blah." And I guess he explained that it's good to be interactive with other patients and things like that, and make them feel like they have a purpose, etc. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not crazy, at least I don't think so, but they just thought it was necessary. So I go to C12, Jim's room. John comes and hangs out often. And I walk in, and I see John sitting on the floor going like this. And I said, "John, what are you doing?" He looks at me and he says, "Well, I'm cutting some wood." And I said, "All right. Well, what is he doing?" And Jim was hanging from the ceiling by his feet. He wasn't dead. He was hanging by the ceiling by his feet. And John looks at me and he says, "Oh, well, he's being the light bulb." And I said, these guys are actually crazy." I said, "Well, hey man, that's kind of not, it's not safe. I think you should tell him to come down." And John looks at me and he says, "I don't want to work in the dark." So I said, "You really need these pills."